Today's video is going to be a bit different. Instead of breaking down a play, we're going to talk about a specific coaching point, as I want to give people a behind the scenes look at how some coaches will teach route running to their receivers. We're going to look at two different plays, a route by BYU receiver versus Arkansas and one by a Washington receiver against Michigan State. Both receivers ran a vertical go, and we're just going to talk about what it is that they did to help themselves get open, but also help their quarterbacks in completing the pass for big gains. Let's break it down and talk about it. So as you can see, here we have BYU versus Arkansas. It's tied at this point in the game. BYU is driving. This is going to end up being actually the game-winning drive. The play you're about to see is basically takes BYU down to about the 8-yard line of Arkansas. And I want you to watch right here. Keelan Marion, he is the receiver that's going to make the catch that goes down to the 8-yard line. I'm just going to run the play, and then I'm going to talk to you what it is that I wanted to talk to everybody about and really give a coaching point about. Okay, so here's the throw. It's a great throw by Kane Slovis, caught by Keelan Marion. As you can see, goes down to the 8-yard line. Okay, but here's what I wanted to talk about, and this is the coaching point that I would make. All right, notice where he caught the ball. He caught the ball kind of in the middle of the numbers and the sideline. What I really liked about Keelan's pre-snap alignment is that he's about 2.5 to 3 yards inside the top of the numbers. Okay. When I coached at the junior college level, we ran a pro-style system. This is something that we really looked at and focused on, was making sure that our receivers would align to help our quarterback out. If we were taking vertical ball shots down the field, we didn't want to just line up on the numbers or outside the numbers. We might be at the top of the number. We might be inside the top of the number. We were trying to help out by alignment to give ourselves more space and also help our quarterbacks with more space. Because here's the thing, guys. Corners are taught to use the sideline as an extra defender, especially if it's a vertical go. Okay? If Keelan Marion had been out here and then gone outside, he probably is going to be working the sideline almost, right? Leaving not a lot of space for Kane Slovis to throw the ball. But because of his alignment right here, he's going to work around, and now he's going to be straight down, splitting the numbers and the sideline. And by doing that, he's not only helping himself, he's helping out his quarterback, because now the quarterback has more space to throw the ball to him, can kind of lead him to the sidelines if needed, to go over the defender. That doesn't happen if pre-snap alignment, he's too far out. And I want to also talk about this with the receiver down at the bottom. As you can see, here's the numbers right here. I like the alignment. If this receiver was going vertical, he's giving himself a ton of space to work with, right? He could even be down here, probably about near the top of the numbers. Same thing. He's helping himself out by alignment to give himself and the quarterback enough space that they're not going to just be pushed to the sideline. He can fight the pressure of the corner and get vertical going by him. Okay, so again, let's run the play a little bit for you guys to talk about. Boom, goes vertical up top. And like I said, see, ball's away from the corner. It's leading him into basically being halfway between the numbers, bottom of the numbers, and the sideline. If he's too wide on his split, he might be where the quarterback has no choice but to throw it kind of where the defensive back will be. Okay? Now, we're going to take a look at the Washington game because it's the same type of thing that happens. Pre-snap alignment really helped out. Let's take a look at the Washington play and go through it, okay? So here we have the Washington play. As you can see, they're blowing out Michigan State on the road. They're going to come out empty. Ball's going to be on the left hash. But I want you to notice with the three receivers to the top, the split by the number one receiver in the three receiver side. He is about 5 to 6 yards inside the top of the numbers. When he goes, he's going to go outside, and he's going to catch the ball basically at the bottom of the numbers, okay? I don't necessarily like the split down here by this receiver. I would have preferred him to be either middle of the numbers or really top of the numbers. By being top of the numbers, he can still go outside and give himself space. I'll highlight as the play goes along that he doesn't really give himself any space down the sideline, and there's no place for Penix to really work with the ball, okay? Let's go ahead and run the play so you can see what I'm talking about. Ball snapped, okay? You can see the receiver at the bottom. See where he's at? He's going to be running out of real estate with the sideline because he's had to go outside, and because of his alignment, He's not helped himself out. Penix is just going to take it anyway because I think this is their best receiver. He's going to throw it to that receiver up top. And as you can see, look at all this space, right? You have all this space that has now been gifted because of an alignment, receiver getting to the outside of the defender and not getting pushed to the sideline. And he is now allowed to be able to even drift if he wanted to catch this ball. If he wanted to drift it over his head, he could. But look where he's catching it. He's given himself so much space down the sideline. It's really awesome to see. This is something that I think is underrated and not talked about enough when we look at football games. I see so many times receivers are running down the sideline trying to make a catch. And those are exciting, don't get me wrong. But just simply stepping in a couple steps might have helped yourself in avoiding having to make that catch down the sideline. If you're a young receiver, this is the kind of stuff that you should be thinking about. You don't have to go crazy, like I said. I'm not saying, oh, let me really pronounce it, but maybe a step in will be the difference between giving yourself enough space down the sideline on a vertical go and being pushed to the sideline. And I hope you've enjoyed this. I hope this has been illuminating on what goes into coaching. It's not just, hey, let's just draw up plays. There's specific rhyme and reason to how we coach it. Like I said, when I was at the junior college level, we coached it, we talked about it, we worked with the receivers on it, and this is what it meant. Okay? Here's the play again. By alignment, he's helping himself out. Now that ball's being caught basically almost to the sideline. He gives himself enough space that he can work away from the corner to make the catch. It's really well done, and I want to talk about it for that very reason. If you've enjoyed this video, please make sure to let me know. Let me know what your thoughts are down below. Hopefully, I explained it well enough for you. If you have questions, let me know, and I'll make a follow-up video about this. Appreciate you all being here. We'll see you on the next breakdown video.